Hi love, so in this video today I'm trying to keep it a little down just because my daughter is sleeping and she's sick, so she wakes up really easy and she's quite the grump, but I am too when I'm sick, so I don't blame her. Anyway, so in this video today I wanted to do a video on how I almost died as a baby, because I really did almost die as a baby. Okay, so when I was little, this happened when my dad was watching me. My dad and my mom aren't together anymore. They are separated, but at this time they were. Now, if you know me, I did talk about my past a little bit on some of my previous videos. My dad was not a good dad by any means. He shouldn't have even been a dad, as a matter of fact. But, okay, this all started, my dad was watching me this one time. Well, not this one time, but he watched me before, but this instant, he was watching me, and, okay, so he was watching me, and I had a fever, and at this point, it wasn't really, really bad, but it still was a fever. Now, my dad had to put me in a car seat. Now, if my kid had a fever, even without touching her, I would know. As a parent, you know. That's something you fucking know. Okay? So, he even had to put me in a car seat, didn't, feel me or care that I had a fever, which I tend to think he didn't care, because my dad is a person he doesn't care about anybody but himself type of person, and if he won't help anybody, but when he needs help, he expects people to jump. That's who he is. So, he put me in the car seat, knowing I had maybe not a real bad fever at this point, maybe it was a slight fever, but he didn't give me Tylenol or anything to bring my fever down. So then, at this point, he put me in the car seat, put me in the car, and drove me over to the babysitter because he was going to work that night. So he dropped me off at the babysitter, and literally within not even 5 minutes of me being there, the babysitter checked me, she felt me, I was burning up hot. I was to the point where I was literally burning hot. She called an ambulance right away, and then she called my mom, and she said, hey, your daughter, I didn't know what to do. Your daughter was burning hot with a fever when her father dropped her off. I called an ambulance. They're taking her to the hospital. My mom isn't a perfect parent either, but my mom actually was a lot better than my dad. I mean, she was an alcoholic. That part I didn't like. I mean, she was an alcoholic. She was horrible, miserable, and you don't want to be around her. But, granted, she did make sure we had food, clothes, and stuff, unlike my dad. My dad, we barely had good clothes, we barely had food. And he had a job, and he was getting support, but he used it on trucks instead of caring for us. So back to the story. So, the babysitter called the ambulance. I ended up going to the hospital. At the hospital, they didn't give me any Tylenol to bring down my fever. I forget exactly what they gave me, but they gave me something for, I think it was ibuprofen, and that's not really to bring your fever down, that's just for pain. So they gave me ibuprofen. Now, my mom was a nurse, so she knows a good bit of stuff. And at this point, my mom came into the hospital. I looked dead. She thought I was dead because I looked dead. They didn't give me Tylenol for my fever, which, at the hospital, I was literally that hot. I was having a seizure. And, that is normal when your fever gets to a certain point. Any baby, if it's over 104 or 106, you go into a seizure, a compulsive seizure, because your fever's so hot and your body is that's how your body tries to cool yourself down. So I was having a seizure, and my mom felt my head, you know, she's like, "You feel this, baby, you think ibuprofen's gonna work? Get some Tylenol in this kid now." And she's about ready to kill this nurse, rip her head off. So this nurse ended up giving me Tylenol, and I did survive, but I almost died. It was that bad. And, like, I'm glad I didn't, because if I did, I mean, I wouldn't be able to live this awesome life with my 2 daughters, all because of my dad, like, not caring enough to give me Tylenol or even checking on me. Like, it's ridiculous. So, after that, incident, I went home and I was okay after that. I recovered and all, but it was definitely scary for my mom. I know that, even though sometimes I say my mom wasn't the best mom, she still was a pretty good mom. And she did care about us, and it did scare her, you know, because she thought I was dead. She thought I was dead when she got to the hospital, actually, because I really looked at it. I wasn't, like, moving. I was just, like, out, like, passed out because my fever and stuff, and she was really worried, and that's why she almost ripped the doctor's head off. But, anyway, in light of the incident, I wouldn't actually share that with you guys because I haven't shared that on my channel, and I know a lot of people don't know that about me, so I wanted to at least share a little bit about my childhood with you guys. But I hope you like this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye-bye.